today is Paul Dvorsky, and he drops the puck between Cliff Ronning and Joseph Stumple. As the Coyotes, coming off a loss the other night at home to Colorado, dump it in. And Rob Blake shovels it ahead on right wing to Murray, and he'll tip it out. Now Teppo Newman in for Phoenix in his own line. For Brad Isbister, it's Isbister, Tocchet, and Ronning, the top line for Phoenix against the Stumple trio of the Kings. And fired down the ice by Matthias Norrstrom. Jimmy Wade around the board for Isbister, big young winger. And he gets it to the Kings line. Glenn Murray is there. Now Murray trying to race in. Right wing side, a shot. And that's knocked away by Wade. And fired down the ice on Fiset. A minute gone by here in the first period. No score. Now Tocchet in for the Coyotes. Shoots it to the near corner. Gerald Dinnick races in for the right point. Gardner in front. Now left point. Carney, a shot. Save, rebound. Oh, and the rookie Briere had a good chance. Daniel Briere, his second NHL game, had a pretty good opportunity on the rebound. And the puck put in front through the slot. And now the Kings work it out. Siplikov will clear it. As both clubs make some changes here. And Ockyberg back in his own zone.
Nice start by the Phoenix Coyotes. You know, Los Angeles has not played since Tuesday. They only skated yesterday, so Phoenix trying to jump on them early.
Now McKenna in deep for Los Angeles. Looking for the wraparound. Gets it in front. And the puck went right over the stick of Sandy Moger. LA's after it again and puts a Moger. Now for Ray Ferraro. To the corner for McKenna. Moger picks it up. And he's chased to the corner by Murray Barron. Moger kicks it free now for McKenna. Tries to cut in front of the goal. Puts it in front, but wait. Use this stick. Now McKenna again back of the goal. Big, strong guy trying to force his way in front. And the puck cleared near the line and now to center. Here's Darren Shannon for Phoenix. Into Shane Doan. He got a goal the other night. Centered one. No one is there. And Moger gets it for the Kings, and back they go.
Big shift by the McKenna line. Steve McKenna using his size down low. Larry Robinson wants some more offense out of Ray Ferraro, McKenna, and Moger. So far, a good first shift for that line.
Now JR into the zone. He left it near the line. Penalty coming up here as we have a fight. McKenzie for Phoenix against Matt Johnson. Two heavyweights. And Johnson got him down. McKenzie gets up. Trust me, folks, these guys know what they're doing.
The two heavyweights going at it early. This happened in the neutral zone. They squared off.
And the Lionsmen will jump in. Good early bout here in Los Angeles. Back to live action. Craig Johnson, a pretty good chance for the Kings. Meanwhile, Matt Johnson of Los Angeles and McKenzie got fighting majors. Here's a chance in front. Owen Ronning had an open net. And Fiset got back and scrambled and made a big save.
Big save by Fiset. Got caught out of position trying to clear the puck. Cliff Ronning grabbed it, took a quick shot, but good speed by Fiset to get back in the net.
3:50 gone, first period, no score. The shot's 3-1 for the Coyotes. Siplikov battles at center against Gerald Dinnick, and now back for Ockyberg. It is own zone for O'Donnell. Dinnick gets it again, number 4. Floats it in there to Gardner, and he fanned on it. And the puck ahead for Vladimir Siplikov. Works it in for Courtnall. Dropped it off to Siplikov, puts in, and Wade knocked it away. Now back of the goal, Sitwikoff again for Los Angeles. To Courtnall. He's very quick, a pass in front. Yannick Perreault trying to knock it down. Kearney there. Got it near the line. And now in a second opportunity, they do clear it to center. Gardner for the blue line and a save by Fassé. And both clubs make changes on the go. Here's Bird. He dances out of his own zone and rips it in on Jimmy Waite. And Murray Perrin goes up the middle. For Stapleton. Now to Norm McIver back in the lineup. He's had a hand injury all year. Shane Doan, number 19 on Galley. And the referee, you can hear him, Dvorsky says move it. We've had a good pace to this one so far.
Both these teams jumping early in the game, playing very physical. You can tell the importance of this game. Both teams coming out with fire in their eyes.
And the puck near the Phoenix blue line, taken by Philip Boucher, and he'll rip it in. Ferraro in after it, tips it in deep for Moger. Tried to walk in front, had it knocked away, and the helmetless Shane Doan gets to the red line. And he was bumped hard by Bilesma. And Bilesma will poke it down the ice. Oleg Tverdovsky, number 10, back for Phoenix. He goes up the middle. For Roenick, trying to catch up to it. Tips it into the zone, but it doesn't stay in the Kings' end for long. Now wristed in by LaPerriere. He gets it back, centers one. But the Coyotes got back and broke it up, and Tverdovsky clears it away. Peppo Newman in number 27, trying to work it in. For Jim Cummins, he was stopped by Matthias Nordstrom, and Nordstrom passes ahead to Blake. Trying to work it in now. Taken again by the Kings, and Murray drives it in from center.
All kinds of action early. Both teams moving the puck very well. But defensively, you'll notice both teams clogging up the neutral zone, not allowing either side to get into the offensive zone.
And Bird shovels it down the boards, in on goal. And Waite stops it. Now we have our first minor of the afternoon. It looks like a boarding call.
Jim Cummins is going to get the boarding call. A lot of heart. And as a coach, that's all you can ask for when injuries hit.
Kings get a power play. A shot from the point right on Stumple after the rebound. And it's kept in on the line by O'Donnell. Cummins off for boarding at 6:45. The Kings were 2 for 6 in the power play in their loss Tuesday to Dallas. And on the year, 15%. Here comes O'Donnell to center. Off the stick of Craig Johnson. Phoenix trying to clear it out. It goes right on goal. And Waite will hang on. And we get a whistle.
Sitting out for Larry Robinson.
1:20 left in the power play for Los Angeles. No score. 12:30 to go, first period. And the Kings back in their own zone. Here comes Boucher. On for Perreault. Lost it at center. Now gets it back again. And through the legs of Shannon. He'll get it into Galley. Drops it off to Courtnall in front to Perreault. Shoots. And a save by Waite on Yannick Perreault. A great setup there. And the first real good scoring chance for Los Angeles.
Yannick Perreault comes flying in. Good job by Perreault getting to the open spot. One thing they want to do is move the defense. You can see Gerald Diddick goes after the puck carrier. That creates a little seam. Perreault gets the quick shot away. Good position by Jimmy Waite, though, and he's able to hold on. But good puck movement by the Kings. Waite has played very well in his last 2 starts. Jim Schoenfeld saying, hey, I'm going to go with the hot goaltender right now. Nikolai Habibulin, who typically plays the majority of the games for the Coyotes, has not played that well lately. So Jimmy Waite gets the call again this afternoon.
Here's Boucher over to Galley, and he rips that one wide. Now Courtnall back of the goal. As Perreault in front. 45 to go in the power play. Galley on the right point. Wrists it on goal, and Waite will hang on. Another faceoff. He had a shutout last Saturday against St. Louis. His first shutout since 1992.
Yeah, it's a big time for Jimmy Waite right now. You know, this is a key time for the Coyotes. and Jim Schoenfeld saying Nikolai has not played that well. You know he's been struggling when goals are going through him. So he said, hey, Jimmy's come in and played very well. We wanted him to play more this season, but he was injured the beginning of January. He had a sprained thumb and a sprained ankle. He came back on March 8th, was reactivated, shut out the St. Louis Blues last Saturday, had a tough loss against the Washington Capitals earlier this week, a 2-1 battle. So they've got confidence in this Phoenix team that has confidence in both their goalies. That's a good bonus for Schoenfeld.
Now 35 to go in the minor to Jim Cummins. No score in the opening period here in Los Angeles. As Stumple negotiates his way to center into play. Trying to get a shot on goal, knocked down and fired down the ice by Numanen. And Fassé leaves it for Sean O'Donnell for Stumple. He leads the club with 67 points. Stumple gets out of his own zone. Into the zone, Murray can't get a shot. Chase to the corner. And around the boards, Ronnie trying to clear it. O'Donnell kept it in now for Johnson. Sharp angle, Stumple, centers one. Blake was in there, but he can't get a shot on goal. And the Coyotes tip it out. Cummins is back on the ice, so they've killed it off. Racing in is Craig Johnson in the slot, and he was yanked down, no call.
Rob Blake jumped up on that play. Now watch for that a lot this afternoon. What the Kings try to do is hit Blake coming from behind. Tries to catch some players napping in front of the net. Good job, though, by the Coyotes killing off an early power play.
Now Tverdovsky, number 10, gets it in deep. A centering pass picked up by Los Angeles and cleared out by Moger. Tverdovsky, it's Ronnie into Tocchet. He hit a goal the other night. Now Ronnie gets it in deep for Tocchet in the corner. Tried to feed it in front. Ronnie again. Had a man open in the slot, but it was blocked. And put back to center by the Kings. Here comes Tocchet. He scored points in 5 straight games. And the Kings work it up on left wing. Ferraro sends a bouncer down the ice. Exactly 10 minutes through this opening period. Now the 20-year-old Daniel Briere. Into Diddick, in front. Oh, a shot by Gardner is over Fassé. Now in front to Briere. Centering pass, and Diddick is stopped by Fassé. A great chance there for number 4, Gerald Diddick. Roenick is in there. Shoots one. Save again by Fassé. Oh, what a stop. He's been tested quite a bit in the first 10.5 minutes. Nice. In the opening period. And the Kings off a face-off in their own zone, get to center. And Dan Bilesma will work it in deep there in number 2. Back for Phoenix. Left it for Stapleton. Up the middle for Shane Doan. Kept in by Bilesma, but not for long. And now Stapleton for the Coyotes. Off the boards and in behind Fassé. On the glass. And play to the other side. Bilesma trying to clear it out. He does. So far this year, Phoenix has won 2 of the 3 meetings against the Kings. Although the Kings won the last meeting in Phoenix March 10th by a score of 4-3.
Larry Robinson has said his team has not played that well against the Phoenix Coyotes. That 4-3 win, the Kings had a 4-0 first period lead, and the Coyotes stormed back. Great goaltending really kept the game close. So the Kings wanting to get off to a better start again this afternoon.
Isbister drops it back, and it goes all the way down the ice. The Kings scored 4 goals on 6 shots on Hobby Bullen, and then Waite came in and played very well. Played 39 minutes in that game and stopped all 11 shots.
That was the game, too, that Frederick Chabot got injured in for the Kings, so Jamie Storr had to come in and relief. He was peppered very often. The Coyotes with a great third period. But Larry Robinson wanting a little bit more patient effort. They had the 4-0 lead. They got a little sloppy, and the Coyotes were able to get back in the game.
And a shot is wide of the goal. Picked up on right wing by Tocchet. He's pushed down by Stumple, and he falls on the puck with 7:51 to go in the first period. No score between the Kings and Coyotes. Along with Craig Simpson, John Kelly back in the Great Western form. No score. Off the faceoff. Courtnall gets it back to Berg. A shot. And Waite made a stick save. And clears one behind the goal. Kings try to center. They do. And shoveled away by Diddick as he put it right across the goal mouth. Now Courtnall has it. And we get a whistle. Let's return to Susie Kober in our Fox Television Center for this NHL game break. Thank you, Susie. Red Wings continue to roll along, and the Rangers, who won a big overtime game last week in Montreal, still in a fight for the playoffs.
Well, we talk about desperation for the Coyotes. The Rangers in the same situation. Mike Richter, you saw the frustrations there. They are battling for their life. Larry Robinson, as I mentioned earlier, done a great job with this team. He's kept them on some highs, and they've kept them on an even keel. I asked him after losing the last 2 games, what does he do to keep his team settled? And he just said, listen, I've always preached this season to not get too high when we win, not get too low when we lose. You're going to lose some games. I think that's been a difference with the confidence of this Los Angeles Kings team this year. They've been able to not go through the bad droughts that they've had in the past and been able to be successful all year long.
This is the first time they've lost 2 straight since late December. Their season high losing streak only 4 games in early December.
If you look at the Kings of the last couple of years, they've gone through bad stretches. This year, they've gone through good stretches where they've been able to win games, and that's really put them in a position to be in a great playoff spot.
Meanwhile, we had a couple of penalties on that last sequence. Gerald Diddick and Yenna Crow get slashing minors. So it's 4-on-4 here. No score as Rob Blake gets it in deep for Los Angeles. And a backhander is handled by Jimmy Waite, and here come the Coyotes. Terodosky, long feed to Gardner. Mike Gardner with 707 goals in his illustrious career, 5th all-time in goals.
One thing Gardner knows how to do is get to the net. Boy, he, year after year, a consistent goal scorer.
Here's a break-in for the Kings, and Murray is stopped. What a save there. The save of the day on Murray by Jimmy Waite.
Great patience by Waite. He just followed Murray down. Now watch. Murray has to knock the puck down in the neutral zone. He grabs it. He comes in. He has his head up. But Jimmy Waite goes down, gets the glove up. Perfect save by Waite. Murray's got his head up. Now he's thinking top shelf the whole way. Doesn't quite get it all the way up there. But Waite was guessing glove side. And a lot of times, a goaltender will give you that top corner, hoping that you'll shoot there. And he anticipates it with his glove. Excellent timing by Jimmy Waite.
Still zip here in Los Angeles. 4-on-4 for another 45 seconds. And the puck taken to center by Nordstrom. He'll drop it off on the wing for Stumple. Surrounded by 2 Coyotes. Carney trying to knock it away. Stumple gets it again. And pushed from behind by Carney. Stumple kept it in there. Alfred Blake back on the line to Nordstrom. Nordstrom working on Ronnie. Stumple gets it again. He's a great playmaker, wonderful stick handler. Drops it off for Nordstrom to Blake. He scores! What a goal by Blake! His 20th of the year.
Oh boy, what a rocket by Rob Blake. And a very difficult shot to make. Blake was almost standing still and literally just fired a bullet past Jimmy Waite for his 20th, tying his career high. So Rob Blake continues to have the hot hand for the Los Angeles Kings. 4-on-4 hockey, what you have to worry about is staying man-on-man. Good puck movement. Here's Blake over here. He's going to come into your screen. Watch. Nice backhand pass. He comes in, and he just simply beats Jimmy Waite. No doubt about it. Nobody in front of the net. A nice play by Matthias Nordstrom, and this is just a cannon. Waite can do nothing but watch it go by.
He gets his 20th of the year from Nordstrom and Stumple at 14-20. Blake had 20 goals in 93-94 and gets number 20 today to make it 1-0.
One thing about Rob Blake is he has what we call a heavy shot. He gets a lot of momentum on it, uses his bottom hand to really fling that puck through. And you can see Jimmy Waite had all kinds of time, good sight on it, but he just wasn't able to get there quick enough.
So the Kings draw first blood. Here they come again. McKenna walks in a shot, and that was knocked away by Waite. And the Clubs are back to full strength. And Stapleton out of his own zone for the Coyotes. And Fassé will knock it away with his arm. And it goes out of play. So Blake is tied a career high with his 20th at 1-0 Kings. Blake has now scored 7 goals in his last 11 games. And it's 1-0 for the Kings. Siplikov in front, can't get turned around for a shot, and the Coyotes head the other way. Roenick has some speed. He's alone in there, drops it back, and it comes to center. Pearl hopped on it for Los Angeles. Into Siplikov, overskates it, and Roenick gets it out with 4.5 minutes to go. In the opening period, now Briere down the far boards. The 20-year-old in his second NHL game. He was leading the American League in scoring at the time of his recall. And the puck put right in front of Fassé, tipped away by the Kings, but not cleared by Tverdovsky. Now Briere back of the goal. Fights off a check, trying to stuff it in. Penalty coming up here, comes in the crease area, and Fassé will hang on. And a call coming up, I believe, against Los Angeles. The Coyotes get their first power play down 1-0. Newman in right point, fires it. Oh, big rebound in front off the pad of Fassé, but right to a Kings player, and Stumple clears it down the ice. The Coyotes were 2 for 5 on the power play 2 nights ago in their 4-3 loss to Colorado. And they've scored 6 power play goals in their last 4 games.
What Phoenix will want to do is set up their defensemen for shots. Either Tverdovsky or Teppo Newman. And Rick Tocchet will work the corners and then get to the front of the net, trying to put some traffic in front of Stephane Fassé.
As Ronning gets it back on the line for Newman, and now to Ronning in front of the goal. Tip wide by his sister. Tocchet is after it. Tocchet gets it free to Ronning, trying to make a move out of the corner. Chipped in front. This is Tverdovsky. He walks in, can't get a shot. Now back to Newman. Fires one, and that was blocked by LaPerriere. Not cleared. Newman gets it again. Over to Tverdovsky. In front is Bister. A shot. Rebound, and that was put wide from the slot area. As Tocchet chucked the rebound wide. Now back to Newman again. And that's blocked and cleared by LaPerriere. He lost his glove, but gets it out.
Great effort by Ian LaPerriere. Desperate without his stick. Even lost his glove on the play. The crowd reacting favorably to an excellent individual effort.
35 to go. In Courtnall's minor, 1-0 for the Kings. Roenick down the boards. He was checked, and the puck fired away by Gary Galley. 2:15 to go in the period. The Kings laid 1-0 on a goal by Blake. This is Daniel Briere to the corner. Galley is after it with Gardner. Now the puck back of the goal. Stumple trying to take it for Los Angeles. Courtnall is out of the box. So Phoenix 0 for 1 on the power play. And here come the Kings up. 4-on-2 break. And the play is offside. A great defensive play by Carney to break up a 4-on-2.
A tough feeling when you're a defenseman on your own. Carney standing up on the blue line, though, and not allowing the Kings to gain the line. Good penalty killing by the Los Angeles Kings. They were very aggressive. A lot of little battles in front. Watch Rob Blake and Rick Tocchet. They're going at it, former teammates, but Tocchet tries to get position. He gets the rebound, but shoots it wide. Blake scrambling to get back. Those are the little battles that have to happen in front on a power play. Blake, though, doing a good job of trying to clear the front of the net. Tocchet really is very effective around the 5-foot radius around that net. He knows how to get to the open puck. Rob Blake and Rick Tocchet will be having a lot of battles this afternoon.
The Kings are back to full strength. 1:35 to go in the first period. LA's on top by 1. And the Kings, Boucher shoots it down the ice. This will be an icing call if Didick gets there first, and he does. And we get a break in the action. Jim
Schoenfeld said he's been a glorious addition, a good passer, a player who is solid defensively and has fit in well in the dressing room. So a big trade has worked out and paid dividends for the Coyotes.
1:05 to go in the period. Stumble in on left wing, tips it in front. A shot by Murray. He scores! It's 2-0 Los Angeles.
Well, I think I spoke too soon. Keith Carney not able to control the puck. Watch the play along the boards. Josef Stumble jumps on the play. Carney's going to come across. Now right here, he goes after the puck, loses it, and watch this rocket. Just a quick snapshot right under the bar. Jimmy Waite went down early, and Glenn Murray rips it. Here's a great angle of it. Carney with the slash isn't able to get the puck, but watch the quick release. That's what fooled Jimmy Waite. He took no time at all to get that one away. Just a rocket shot, and just like that, he came with a big goal late in this first period.
24th from Stumble and Craig Johnson. And Bissay will hang on for Stumble. 2 assists in the game. 5 in his last 2 games, and now 50 assists on the season. And Murray with 24 goals, tied for the team lead. He is even with Perreault with 24 goals.
Well, the big key on that goal is the fact that Glenn Murray did not hesitate at all. Watch how quickly he gets the shot away. Rick Tocchet's coming back. He doesn't take Murray. Bang, just like that, top corner. A lot of time, it's not how hard you shoot it, how quickly you get it off. That was just an instantaneous shot by Murray, and it fooled Jimmy Waite.
2-0 for the Kings. In the final 45 seconds of the opening period as Ferraro tips it to center. And Perreault down the boards, kicks it in front. And a good job to hang on to it by Perreault, gets it to the corner. But now Didick back on right wing. Scoops one to the Los Angeles line. Now brought in by Didick, and that is offside. And we get a break in the action. The Kings have scored 2 goals on their last 2 shots and lead by 2.
Tough task now for the Phoenix Coyotes. Talking to Jim Schoenfeld before the game, he said, listen, in the situation we're in with our injuries, we cannot afford to give up bad goals. We can't get behind because we don't have the horses that we've had in the past to try to come back. And he's seen his team allow 2 quick goals just like that. So the task is a big one ahead for the Coyotes as they look to go into the second period.
15 to go in the period. Carney was knocked down by LaPerriere, and he's rocked up in there by Cummins, who drops the gloves and goes right after LaPerriere, and everybody jumps in. Well, Cummins came to the aid of his good buddy Carney. Of course, as you said, they both came in the trade from Chicago.
And this all started with Ian LaPerriere absolutely rocking Keith Carney. Caught him off guard. Jim Cummins, a former teammate in Chicago, they both came together. You can see the pile building up while Johnson's trying to get in there into the pile, but Cummings went right after LaPerriere, jumped on him, and then everything came from there. But teammates sticking up for each other, you know there's some frustration for the Phoenix Coyotes right now, especially being down 2-0, and the big boys getting at it in the corner.
Looks like Larry Robinson's club has come up with some work jump in this game. They may have been a tired hockey club. Of course, their last game was Tuesday against Dallas, a 4-3 loss. That was Their 7th game in 11 days on Tuesday, and Robinson gave the club Thursday off, but had a good practice yesterday.
Yeah, Larry Robinson said that his team was very tired. He played a lot of hockey, some of it at home, but anytime you play that many games in so many nights, your team is more tired mentally than anything. Larry made them work out as Johnson goes off the ice, work out on the Wednesday after they played. And he said, listen, I don't like giving guys a total day off after we play a game. There's lactic acid buildup in the legs. I like to get them to ride the bike. And then they had Thursday totally off and then practiced very hard yesterday in the afternoon. Here's how the play happened behind the net. Now watch at the bottom of your screen. The hit had already happened, then Cummins comes in on LaPerriere, knocks him down, gets him in the corner, drops the glove. So without a doubt, he was the initiator on the play. And then the Kings come in to help out their teammate, Matt Johnson, trying to get in there to the pile. When the play came across, Carney's coming at LaPerriere, and then from the right, bang, there's Cummins. LaPerriere stayed down wisely, tucking his head down, knew he was in trouble at that point. Dan Bilesma comes in, O'Donnell comes in, Johnson gets in there. Carney gets back up and gets into the pile. So the temper's heating up, and referee Paul Dvorsky has some decisions to make. It looks like Jim Cummings, though, is going to be the man on the outside looking in, as he looks like he's going to get the extra.
Well, he also got a game misconduct, so he's really on the outside, along with Matt Johnson, who got a roughing minor and a game misconduct. But Cummins gets the extra penalty for fighting.
Power play.
Only 7 to go in the period. And the puck brought into the zone, and that will do it. The end of one. And of course, his power play will carry over to the second period.
So he continues to be hot.
Murray led all players with 3 shots on goal in that first period. The Kings begin the second on a power play. Still 4:45 left in the major. And LA is very tough when leading after 1. Here comes Murray again. A shot right on. And a save by Waite. Then he hangs on.
Jimmy Waite taking no chances there with Glenn Murray bearing down on him. Waite was tested earlier. The shots that beat him, just fantastic shots by the Kings. But this is a very tough task for Phoenix now. You remember, they are shorthanded from a personnel standpoint. They're missing their top 2 scorers. And now they're going to have to kill off 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Now, one thing for the Kings, when you have a 2-goal lead and you get an opportunity like this, you can't relax. You have to bear down and make sure you get at least 1 goal, because for now, that 5 minutes will stay on the board as long as the Kings go, and they can score 2 or 3 goals if they want.
So a great chance to blow it open for Los Angeles as Blake goes back and sets it up. He'll leave it with a red-hot Stumple, who has 5 assists in his last 2 games. Stumple checked, and it's poked down the ice by Stapleton. Now Blake ahead for Stumple, trying to feed it in, and that play is offside. And we get another stoppage in play. Craig, we've talked quite a bit tonight and today about the injuries to the Coyotes. They have 9 guys hurt, and they've lost close to 400 man games to injury. A good example, in their last game against Colorado, Juha Jalonen, a Finnish player, played in the game, but it was determined after the game he had a cracked ankle. So he played the game with a broken bone in his ankle.
Yeah, I was talking to Cliff Ronning before the game. Cliff said he doesn't speak that well English. He's Finnish. He was just saying that his ankle was hurting. Everyone thought it was just skate bite afterwards. They had some x-rays done and found out that it was actually broken. So you know things are going tough for the Coyotes when even a player playing is in a situation where they don't even know that he's really injured. So you look at Norm McIver in the lineup today too. He doesn't feel like he's 100%. So the Coyotes forced to go with some bodies that are less than 100.
Now 3.5 to go in the power play for the Kings. A long pass to center for Courtnall. He'll turn and dump it in. And a throw after it on the far side against Ronning. And Throw kept it in. Barron trying to get the puck up, and now Courtnall gets it. He'll work it back to the line for Boucher. Right point to Galley. And his pass in front hit Crow in the back. Boucher swept it to the corner for Simplikov. Now for Perreault, right point to Galley. He shoots one, and that was blocked in front by Numanen. And Barron on the backhand will get it down the ice.
The Coyotes are being very patient. They're not being too aggressive. When you have to kill off a 5-minute penalty, you're using the same 4 players for such a long period of time. But I think Jim Schoenfeld has gone with a passive penalty kill as opposed to wearing out his penalty killer.
Here's Murray, a pass on the far side, now grabbed by Blake. Gets the puck in deep for Stumple. 2.5 to go in the power play. Great feed to Blake by Stumple. He'll play it back on the line for O'Donnell. In front of the goal. And finally picked up by the Coyotes, Diddick, and he'll march it back to center. Long pass for Roenick. And he can't break in there, and the Kings take over again. Stumple hits the red line. Left it for Murray. Pass in front now for Craig Johnson. Back on the line to Blake. Kept it in. Here comes O'Donnell. Stumple back for O'Donnell. Tees it up. Tipped on goal. Rebound in Toronto. And a great chance for Johnson. And a save by Jimmy Waite. That was his best of the day. And now Waite hangs on after making that stop on Craig Johnson, who may have knocked it out of midair.
Waite with the glove on. I think it might have hit the post as well, but Waite forced with 2 Los Angeles Kings in front of the net. Watch the play here. There it was knocked down by Murray, and then Johnson at the last second fires one, and Waite gets a piece of it. Good action in front. Watch the play develop here. Now, one thing that Murray does, he's right there. He's going to go right to the net. He knocks it down. The defenseman goes at him, and it did hit the post. I think Waite might have got a piece of it, but Johnson right on the doorstep, all alone, and Jimmy Waite catches a good break there to keep this game a 2-goal game. Johnson can't believe his eyes. A great opportunity in front.
1:43 left in the major to Jim Cummins. We're early in the second. The Kings with a 2-0 lead. And they get the face-off back on the line. And now they battle for it on the board. The penalty coming up here. Looks like on Phoenix, maybe a cross-checking call. And the Kings will get a 5-on-3.
Gerald Diddick is going to get the call. A definite cross-check along the board. Something with 1:30 left in this power play that Jim Schoenfeld must be livid about. Paul Dvorsky was watching the play along the boards. Diddick just laid the lumber on the Kings. So all of a sudden, a 2-man advantage. Let's take a look at the play along the boards. Diddick is going to come in. Ray Ferraro's there. Perreault's there. Watch here. Right on Ferraro, right near the board. Now, that's a very dangerous play. And you know, Jim Schoenfeld, boy, not again. As if we don't have enough going against this. Now they have to kill off 1:30. So this is a key time for Larry Robinson and the Los Angeles Kings, as they have an opportunity to really break this game wide open.
Diddick's sister Judy played on the Canadian Olympic team. A silver medalist in Nagano, of course, losing to the U.S. So hockey, big part of the Diddick family. 5-on-3 here for the Kings with a 2-0 lead. Ferraro gets it back on the line to Galley. Takes a shot now for Blake. A drive. They score. No goal. I think Moger knocked in with a high stick right in front. I don't think there was any question. Moger had his stick above the crossbar.
Moger was simply in self-defense. That shot was coming right at Moger's face. You can see referee Paul Dvorsky with his hand up. A big shot from the point by Rob Blake. Watch in front of the net. Here's Sandy Moger right there. The pass is going to come up front. Goes across. Nice play by the Los Angeles Kings. Gary Galley goes, here's the shot. Moger with his stick in the air, and he knew it right away. You can see him looking over at Dvorsky, and Dvorsky right away with his arms going across. But this was more of self-defense. Watch Sandy Moger. He reacts, gets his stick up, and right there, bang, down over Jimmy Waite. That's a good call. The face-off now will come outside of the zone as it's a high stick on the Los Angeles Kings.
In the old days, the rule was you could not have your stick above your shoulders. They've changed that rule. The rule now reads you can't have your stick above the crossbar, and he clearly did.
He sure did, and I think that's a good rule. Everybody is a little bit of a different size. If you're 5'9", like Danielle Briere, You want to have that ability to get your stick up, keep it under the bar. It's a good call by the referee, Paul DeMorski.
And a guy like Steve McKenna of the Kings, who's 6'8", can't have it above his waist.
Exactly.
Still 5-on-3 here for Los Angeles for 47 seconds. And Blake at his own line, now up the middle for Stumple. Hits the Coyotes line. Drop pass, Galley to Blake. In front, Murray missed it. Now Blake kept it in. Changes sides with Galley. Better shooting position for both players. In front, and Stumple put it high over the goal. Good feed from Johnson. Now back of the line to Galley. Right wing, Murray fakes it. Into Blake, back to Galley. For Blake, the one-timer. That was blocked by Roenick and fed back to center. And 7 to go in the 5-on-3. Murray missed it, and this will be an icing call as Carney touches up. The Kings were a bit reluctant to shoot the puck on that 5-on-3.
They were. Phoenix was very passive. They were letting the Los Angeles Kings keep the puck out. And you know what? I think fatigue had a lot to do with it. These players have played a 5-minute power play basically the entire second period. Rob Blake looked a little tired. He didn't get a good shot off. Josef Stumple had an incredible chance down low. He didn't get a shot off, so I think fatigue a definite factor. At that point, though, John, you got to get a shot on net and hope to outnumber the men in front and get a rebound. You're on a 5-on-3. You should be able to outman the Coyotes down in front of the net for a rebound.
15:07 to go in the second period. The Kings with a 2-0 lead. Phoenix is only one man short. Right point, Newman, and a shot. That was blocked. And now scooped behind the goal by Gartner. 22 seconds to go. In the 5-on-4, Portland Prado, and Perreault tipped it just wide on a 2-on-1. And the puck played on the glass. Hit a bad spot in the glass. And Perreault in front can't pull the trigger. On the line, O'Donnell, a shot. Oh, and that hit the stick of Newman, and it nearly went in. And now Diddick is out of the box. So Phoenix back to full strength.
Well, Phoenix hasn't had much to be excited about this afternoon, but that's a great effort by the penalty-killing unit, killing off a 5-minute major and then a 2-man advantage. So right now, a key shift for Phoenix to try to get some momentum going offensively with a big shift coming up.
Shots in the game, 11-10 for the Kings as Tverdovsky lugs the puck to center. Gets it in deep pocket, bumps Nordstrom off the loose puck, but Blake is right back for Los Angeles with Bilesma. And Blake slowed his pace just a bit, and that put the play offside. It's still 2-0 for the hometown Kings.
We
13:57 to go in the second period. The Kings with a 2-0 lead on goals from Blake and Murray in the first period. Kings are tough in the day. This year they are 6th 1-1 in afternoon games. And the puck goes out of play. We will return to Susie Colbert in our Fox Television Center for this NHL game break.
Signed by the entire Phoenix Coyote team. Our silent auction closes with the start of the second intermission. So this is your chance to place your bid. All proceeds from today's silent auction go to benefit the Michael.
In a big hole, 4-0.
Not much going right there this afternoon for the Rangers as they try to stay alive. The Coyotes trying to turn their game around. A big boost, though. They just killed off some big penalties. Rick Tocchet trying to talk his teammates into getting things going. Hopefully they can get some offense, John, in this second period to kickstart their game.
They haven't had a shot on goal in the last 8 minutes. Here comes Glenn Murray, 2-on-2. He goes wide. Put it in the slot, but it was tipped away and cleared to center by Ronnie.
But one thing they do have, though, they only allowed the Kings 2 shots on goal in that entire power play situation. So defensively, they're doing a good job.
Now is Fister, cuts in. He put it in front, but Fassé did a good job with his stick to block it. And a long pass to center for Murray. Ronnie got back there. For Tocchet. And sailed down the ice, and the Kings take over again. Blake He leads all defensemen in goals with 20 on the year. Now for Ferraro. Drop pass for Johnson in front of Murray. And he was hooked down. No call. Dvorsky was right there. He let it go. Craig Johnson on the far side. Ray Ferraro pushed off the puck by Diddick. And now scooped away by Ronning down the ice.
You see that play earlier, Ronning was putting his arms in the air. The referee, Paul Dvorsky, saying, hey, I didn't grab him. He got away with it there. Dvorsky didn't make the call.
And this will be an icing call against the Kings. Midway through the second, Los Angeles on top by a pair. Back to Barron, a shot, and he put that one on the glass, and now tipped to center by McKenna. Norm McIver gets the puck out. McKenna shovels it in. And on a delayed offside here, Murray Barron will walk it back to the neutral zone. Now Barron to the corner. Right point, McIver playing with that sore hand in the slot. Gartner turn, shoot. Save to Roenick. Rebound, and Fasay somehow made a couple of saves on Roenick and Gartner.
All over the front of the net, Fasay was down. Both Roenick and Gartner couldn't quite get a handle on the puck. Still incredibly, they weren't able to put it past Stephane Fasay.
Here's Briere into the zone. Gartner in front, but Sipikov stole it for Los Angeles. And the puck lifted to center by Lockie Burns. Roenick rifles it back to the corner. And that sequence was by far the Coyotes' best in this second period. And the puck goes in on Fasay, who gets the stick up a bit on Stapleton. And somebody's going to get a penalty, maybe Fasay.
Stephane Fasay is going to get the penalty here. Dvorsky not taking any time. Cliff Ronning went right to the front of the net. Or pardon me, Mike Stapleton, and Fasay put his stick right. You could see the little grin on his face. He doesn't like the call at all. But Fasay was down earlier on that play, made a couple of huge saves. Here's the penalty, though. The whistle going. Stapleton, as you can see, he's just going to do a little spray on Fasay. Fasay doesn't like it. A little bit of a non-call, but you can see behind the play, referee Paul Dvorsky quickly making the call. And a lot of times, John, you know, referees are human. He's just watched Phoenix kill off a 5-minute power play, and he's going to give Phoenix a chance here. Here's the flurry. Mike Gartner with the shot. Look at Jeremy Roenick. He gets his stick on it, but it goes across, and then Fasay is able to spread out across. That's a bad feeling as a goalie. You're down on your back. He couldn't get up, but he gets lucky. Now the Kings forced to kill off a power play.
Fasay only 4 losses in his last 14 starts and has been razor sharp today. Phoenix 0 for 1 on the power play of this game and down 2-0. As LaPerriere tried to clear it, cupped in now to Tverdovsky. He walks in, he scores! What a shot by Tverdovsky! His first goal since January 31st, and that was a major league goal.
This one's going to be reviewed, though, John. Paul Dvorsky pointing to go upstairs, and it's going to be Rick Tocchet, who, while the blast was coming from Tverdovsky, was going to the net hard. The question will remain, did the puck go over the line before Tocchet skated through the crease? But just a rocket by Tverdovsky from the point. Good effort by the Coyotes. Paul Dvorsky talking with the off-ice officials and the replay men upstairs.
It is a goal. Tverdovsky gets it for Phoenix, and a huge goal. His 5th of the year.
Well, here's the play from the corner. Ian LaPerriere cannot clear the puck. A nice pass here by Teppo Numminen, and then watch Tverdovsky walk right into it, right under the bar, and you can see Tocchet coming in late, but without a doubt, a little late on that one, and Tverdovsky has made this a 1 game. Watch the play here. See, the puck is already in where there was the crease line, and Tocchet was being pushed by Matthias Nordstrom, but boy, we've seen a couple of rockets go by the goalies this afternoon. Tverdovsky with a big goal for the Coyotes.
The assist to number 27.
His 5th from Numminen at 9-10, a power play goal.
All these goals scored on the power play.
And quite frankly, all 3 goals haven't scored on great shots.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes good shots will beat good goaltending. And right now, you can't fault the goalies. They've made some big saves, but boy, there's been some heavy shots by the players.
Now the Coyotes score again. It's 2-2. As Briere's first NHL goal in his second game, the 20-year-old who was lighting up the American Hockey League has tied the game at 2.
Wow, what a turn of events. That's a huge goal for the Phoenix Coyotes, and Briere brought up for his offense. He's going to just come back into play. Again, the Kings can't clear the puck, and here's Briere right there. He ends up wide open, nice pass. Mike Gartner, I believe, makes the pass. Watch here, Gartner spots him, he's falling. Good quick shot, Stefan Fiset can't get across, and is that some excitement? He's been scoring in the minor leagues, but he gets his first NHL goal.
It comes at 9:39, 29 seconds after Tverdovsky's goal. Gardner gets the assist, and it's 2-2. It looks like the tide has really turned, and the penalty killing may have inspired the Coyotes to come back.
Without a doubt it was. You know, when you have a 5-minute power play that you really successfully killed for the Coyotes, and then a 2-man advantage for the Kings, and they killed again. The key is to come back with some momentum swing of your own, and boy, if the Coyotes ever responded, and Briere brought up to cause a little bit of a spark, has done so by scoring his first NHL goal.
2 goals in 29 seconds. It's 2-2. And Blake feeds the puck up the middle now for Stumple. Great feed to Murray. He walks in front. Oh, and Wade, a great save on Murray. Oh, what a play by Stumple and Murray.
Great play by Murray and great play by Jimmy Waite. Boy, did he wait Glenn Murray out and was very patient on the play.
Here's a 2-on-1 now. Murray to O'Donnell, and he fired that one wide. As the Kings at a 2-on-1 break, things open up here. And Roenick touches the puck, but he is offside.
Boy, Jimmy Waite coming up huge. Now, he's just seen his team tie the game up. Watch the effort by Stumple. He pulls it back, and then a little curl and drag by Glenn Murray. Look at that. Murray Barron goes down, and Jimmy Waite goes across the net, stayed up long enough to able to get his glove on it, but good patience by Murray. Look at him pull it back, fire it. He didn't quite get it upstairs, but you know what? When you look back on a momentum swing of a game, that one might be a game saver for Jimmy Waite, just at a time when his team finally got things going. Waite with his biggest save of the afternoon.
9:03 to go in the second period. Berg a drive, and that's kicked away by Waite. And the puck tipped down the ice by the Coyotes, and Berg will go back. Ferraro a flip pass to center. Barron will take it for Phoenix. On to Briere, the 20-year-old who got his first NHL goal on that last goal scored by the Coyotes. Here's a break in again. Briere drops it off. Roenick in front, and he can't get a shot. And worked on by Moger now for Ferraro. Siplikov, the first man in the corner. And center of the puck. The Kings after it, though. Boucher in from the right point. Put it wide. Galley left point. And a long roller is knocked away by Waite. Diddick trying to clear it. Bilesma kept it in for LaPerriere. But Gartner gets over for Phoenix. And now to center for McIver. Under 8 to go here in the second period. Boucher works at the center for Bilesma. He's bumped, and McKenzie scoops it in for Phoenix. Boucher on for Siplikov. The center to LaPerriere. Here's another 2-on-1. Bilesma to Siplikov. Fires one, and that was blocked by Diddick. Rebound, and Siplikov tried to stuff it in. And a save by Waite. Another odd man rush for the Kings. Back comes Stapleton, left it for Kearney. Walks in, a shot, and that was blocked at the defense. Now it's centered in front of the goal, but a call, a hooking minor, I believe, on the Kings in a 2-2 game.
Wow. So the Kings finding themselves now in a tie game, have to kill off the penalty.
And Phoenix 1 for 2 on the power play. Tverdovsky scored the power play goal at 9:10, and then 29 seconds after that, Briere tied the game. As Bilesma tried to break in between the defense, he couldn't. Stumbled down the boards, killing some time for Los Angeles. Now picked up by the Coyotes, and here they come to center. Roenick cuts to the middle. Drops it off for Ronnie. Scoops it to the slot. And tipped out of midair, and now forced to center by Stumble. Doubled in by Tocchet. Newman into the corner for Phoenix. Sets it up on the power play. Broken up by the Kings, and a good job by Blake to get it on to Bilesma. And he fires it back to center now, Ray Tocchet. Good. Under a minute to go in the power play for Roenick. Blasts it in deep. Ronnie cuts it off on right wing. But O'Donnell stole it, and the Kings will chip it down the ice.
Nice job of the Kings by being patient. This is a very important kill for the Kings. They don't want to give Phoenix anything else to get excited about. They've already seen their 2-goal lead evaporate. Hopefully they can kill this one off.
Now Portnoy in the corner, and he'll play it back to center for Galley. 25 to go in Murray's minor. And Galley will rifle it off the far boards. Tverdovsky back for McIver. Now John Slaney in on right wing. Chipped in behind the goal by Briere. Kept in by Carney. Galley trying to clear it away. Now Briere after it with Carney. In comes Gardner trying to get it free. Murray is back on. Gardner gets it. Centers to Slaney, a backhander. Oh, the save by Kasayanen. Went behind him, but out the other side. That may have hit the goalpost.
Briere put it right across the goal crease. Almost had his second goal in the period. Second of his career. Good effort by Briere getting to the front of the net.
Now Murray a pass into the zone. In front of Johnson. Backhander. Hit the goalpost. Oh, what a chance there. Craig Johnson hit the far post.
Second goal post of the period for the Kings. The break's not going their way, but a nice play on net. Johnson with the backhander. Wait with the good luck.
And the puck goes out of play. 4:38 to go in the second. It's 2-2. We've had numerous odd man rushes and a lot of goalposts in this game.
Something that Larry Robinson, talking with him yesterday, said he didn't want his team to get into, and that was opening up the game against the Coyotes. It happened when they were up 4-0 in the last game. Coyotes almost came back, and you've seen it happen here when they've been up 2-0. Coyotes counting on some opportunities and getting back in this game.
Now the puck at center, Moser number 45, checked, and Doan will rifle it down the ice. Fisset looking to clear it. Here's Galley, spins away from some forechecking to Boucher. Up the middle off McKenna's stick. And this will be an icing call as Diddick touches up for the Coyotes.
What I meant by Larry Robinson, talking with him yesterday, he said his team plays the best when they're very disciplined, they don't get impatient, and they stay to their system. Now what happens when you get a lead like that is you have a tendency to get away from that a little bit. You want to open the game up. You figure you have it in play. He's talking to Philippe Boucher right now about his position on the ice. And as a coach, you always want to try to monitor your players throughout the game. And he has a little sense now that his team is opening it up a little bit too much. Watch for them to try to slow the play down and not cause so many odd man rushes.
Here's Blake, a pass for Johnson, ahead to Stumple with Murray. This line's been dynamite today. Murray trying to chip it in. And broken up by the Coyotes, but not cleared out of the zone. Here's Stumple again, trying to make a move at the blue line. Lost it, and Ronnie for the Coyotes down the ice. Nordstrom back first. This is the check from Isbister. Now Isbister and Nordstrom in the corner. Ronnie gets it on the line to Tverdovsky. And a wrister blocked in front by Blake. And he's on the move. Johnson left it to Murray. A shot. Johnson gets it again. Oh, Waite was pulled. He went down, but the Kings couldn't get a shot. Now Blake, right point. Gets a shot on goal. Rebound in front to Stumple. And Waite, who had Quite an active sequence there, made the save.
Jimmy Wade happy to have a face-off there. Boy, he was all over the ice doing the backstroke, the front stroke, but the Kings not able to put it past him. Wade was fooled on the rush. Blake gets a shot down here. Now the rebound, he can't find it. Stumple with the backhand, Wade just goes down. Now a goaltender there just wants to get his body as flat as he can to make sure that there's no holes that the puck can go through. Watch Jimmy Wade here. He can't find the puck. When he goes back, he will just spread out, get his arms across the goal line, put his head down, and at some point just pray that that puck doesn't sneak through a hole. A good sequence, though, by the Kings of trying to get the puck to the net and create some opportunities.
Still 2-2, 2:59 to go. As Perreault fights on the face-off in the circle. Ziplikov, a quick shot. Didn't get through, and I think somebody grabbed a stick with a hand, and we're going to get a call and a power play.
Chance late in the second to go into that dressing room with an all-important one-goal lead.
And they're 0 for 3 on the power play today. Newman in number 27 with some time, and he'll clear it up the middle. Blake and O'Donnell on the points here for Los Angeles. Up front, Ziplikov, who has the puck. Courtnall and Perreault. Now worked into Perreault for Courtnall. His pass broken up, and it comes to center. O'Donnell with it again. Trying to send Courtnall in. Now back for Blake. He left it. And the Coyotes get the puck, and Roenick at center for Newman. Now Blake will try again. On to Perreault. Wade trying to clear it. Gets it on the glass. Blake on the right point. Held it in. 55 gone in the power play. Blake again across the galley. And that shot is off a stick in front and into the crowd. Well, coming up during our 57 to go in the power play. Right point, Boucher lets it go, and a save by Wade with his glove. All year long, Larry Robinson has talked quite a bit about the need for another point man on the power play. And the Kings are looking around the league. Of course, the trading deadline is coming up on Tuesday.
Yeah, everyone looking to see what kind of deals will be made out there. Philippe Boucher, they hope he can develop into that role. He's got a big shot from the blue line. Had a thyroid problem earlier this year. He lost 15 pounds. Saw him really struggle with his weight, struggle with his energy. He's back feeling strong now, and he does have the kind of shot from the point that you really need and want. So he's a good complement to Rob Blake. Blake will play the first part of a power play. Boucher will come on with Galley late. But you know there'll be some movement come deadline time as teams shuffle for the trading deadline to set themselves up for the playoffs.
90 seconds left in the period, 40 to go. In Diddick's minor in a 2-2 game. The Kings up the middle. Stumble with 2 assists in the game. Gets it in deep. And Wade lets it go, and the puck fired ahead by Barron. Not out, kept in by Galley. Now to Boucher. That shot blocked in front. Murray is after it. Now Stumble in the corner, but Stapleton gets it. And the Coyotes get the puck to center ice. And Roenick rolls it down the ice. So once again, good penalty killing by Phoenix with a minute to go in the second period. Galley up the middle. In for Ray Ferraro. One-timer is wide. And the puck in the corner. Carney gets it for the Coyotes. And they're back to full strength. So Los Angeles now 0 for 4 on the power play. Kept in by Ronnie in Toronto. A quick shot by Tocchet is wide of the goal. And Moger gets it out for the Kings. 30 to go in the period, and it's back in offside at the blue line.
The Kings really missing an start the period. They had a 2-0 lead. They didn't score, and again here late, another opportunity missed for the Kings in the power play. So Larry Robinson going to have to sit down and stress the penalty killing in the power play for his Los Angeles Kings.
it back to the goal for Phoenix. They work it back in the line, but Carney can't keep it in. 7 seconds to go in the period. Here comes Blake. One more shot here in the period. He drops it off. His Bister is there, and that's going to do it. The end of the second. Phoenix with the 1 power play goal. Underway here in the third. Teams are at full strength in a 2-2 game. As Blake works it ahead to center for Stumple. Into Murray, back to Stumple, a shot, and that was high over the goal. Weight was down. Stumple in front. Here's Blake, a shot, and that was blocked in the slot area. And picked up by the Coyotes. Now Tverdovsky, number 10, back in his goal, bothered by Johnson. 4 players jam up behind Weight. Kings get it free. Now for Stumple. Trying to get turned around on the boards, but Ronnie knocked it away, and down the ice it goes, and Nordstrom will chase it back in his own zone.
Jimmy Wade having to make a couple of big saves early. Rob Blake actually broke his stick on that second shot, gave Wade a little bit of a break. But notice the Kings trying to go upstairs on Wade to see if they'll be able to do it later in the period.
Now Briere a pass to center for Roenick. Roenick, Briere, and Gartner up front here for the Coyotes. Puck dumped in by Courtnall. Siplikov takes out his men. Now Perot to Siplikov. Cycles it for Courtnall. In front, but Wade will tip it away. And the puck is wristed off the boards by Didick and down the ice. And Bird goes back. An icing called against the
Knicks with its work cut out for him to make the playoffs.
90 seconds gone in the third period in a 2-2 game. Valley knocks it down with his glove and sails it in. But Norm McIver back in the lineup today after a hand injury that bothered him all year. The Coyotes tip it in deep. Boucher, number 28. He missed the check and gets it on right wing to Moger. Failed to clear it out. Sharp angle shot. And that was blocked by Boucher, and then he roughed up the Coyotes player. Stapleton with a big hit. And Ferraro tried to blast it in from center. That hit a leg, and Darren will drop it back in his own zone for McIver. And both clubs make some changes here. McIver. Long pass over the stick of Stapleton. Nordstrom going back, puts the brakes on, and now gets it up on left wing for Bilesma. Newman is trying to clear it. Taken to the boards by Murray. Now Murray looking to center it. Intercepted by Newman. Phoenix has not had a shot on goal in nearly 8 minutes. So the Kings, after surrendering that 2-goal lead, have tightened things up. Now Tverdovsky, he got the first goal to get the Coyotes going. And then the rookie Briere tied it. Is Bister back of the goal. Quick shot in front. Ronnie is kicked away by Fassé. And the Kings chip it down the ice.
That quick shot almost fooled Fassé. He didn't expect it coming. Cliff Ronnie with some quick hands, just getting it to the net fast.
3:10 gone in the third period. The puck to center. Roenick over skates it. Courtnall has some room on left wing. Great feed in front to Johnson, and he just missed it. Now Stumple gets it for the Kings. Here's Courtnall again, back to Stumple in front, and he shot one high and off the glass. And the puck drilled down the ice by Tocchet, and this will be an icing call in a 2-2 game early in the third period. It's 2-2 here in the third period. In 8 of the last 9 games played by Los Angeles, the game's been decided by 1 goal, or it's been an even game. Now in front, Briere, a great feed. Oh, and a shot was just wide by Roenick. Great setup by Briere. Now Briere in front over his stick, and it's back to center ice.
Briere being a little too gracious to Roenick there. He had a great opportunity to just turn and fire it. He saw JR coming in and chose to make the pass. Tough break for the Coyotes there as they were both wide open in front of the net.
Now the puck brought into the zone offside by Stumple. And we get a whistle.
As a youngster, when you're just coming up, remember, for Briere, it's only his 2nd game in the National Hockey League. He had a great opportunity in front there. Goes to Stumple, goes back to the bench, shaking his head. but the young kid really making an impact. Now, the Phoenix Coyotes did not want to bring Briere up this year. They felt he needed some time to develop. He's not a big player, as you can see, by stature. But you know what? This kid can score, leading the AHL with 92 points in Springfield. We don't want to rush him into it, especially with his size. But you know what? With all the injuries, he's come up. And John, he's played extremely well in the 2 games he's been involved in.
A lot like Cliff Ronnie, the other player on Phoenix, who's a small guy but very talented. In a 2-2 hockey game, McKenzie rolls into the corner. And Fassé now for Galley ahead on the wing. Siplikov trying to clear it. Tverdovsky knocked it down. And that was wide. Doan back of the goal. Side of the goal. Quick shot by McKenzie is wide. And the Kings go up the middle. And here comes Siplikov now for Perreault. In on the wing to Courtnall. Good short pass to Perreault, but it was swept away by Newman. And Nordstrom down the boards. He'll roll it to the corner. And Tverdovsky, he was a holdout this year, missed the first half of the season. And has scored a goal today. Now Moger on the far side trying to chip it in, but the puck goes over the boards at the Phoenix bench.
Well, Phoenix on the road, you just want to get into a comfortable position in the third period. You don't want to take too many chances. Jim Schoenfeld told us before the game, our team has to be mistake-free. We have to bear down when we get the chance offensively, and they've done that on the couple of opportunities they have. The reality is, as we mentioned, all the injuries they have, they don't have Jani and Tkachuk to throw out on the ice at these key situations. So whoever's playing well is going to get a chance to play a lot, and you have to make sure that you're doing your job properly. A good, solid road period for the Phoenix Coyotes.
And we get a call here. Looks like a hooking minor against the Kings. And Moger will go for 2.
And will be set up for the shot, like what happened on the goal by Tverdovsky.
Phoenix 1 for 3 on the power play. Knock it down low, back on the right point for Newman. Tverdovsky in deep. Tocchet can't get it, and a good job by Blake to ice it.
The Kings already changing their penalty code. They want to stay fresh, make sure they don't get caught out there tired.
Counting today's game, Phoenix is now 4 for 18 in the power play in 4 games against the Kings.
Well, it's so important, and you know, Schoenfeld there calling his players in to make sure everyone knows what they're going to do. It is so important, the specialty teams. They win or lose you games. Schoenfeld talking to Rick Tocchet. Now, what he wants Tocchet to do is get positioning in front. You saw in the play earlier, Tverdovsky tried to get the puck down to Tocchet low. Tverdovsky and Tocchet have a little chat there. Rick Tocchet will position himself in front. He's a guy who they're going to need a little offense from. 7 points in his last 10 games, not bad. Rick Tocchet has lost a bit of his step in the last few years, but you know what? He's very effective in the corners, and especially in front of the net on the power play.
Keith Tkachuk leads the club with 10 power play goals. He's out with a broken rib. And Tocchet is next with 8 power play goals. Had a beautiful one the other night against Colorado. Here's a shot by Newman and kicked away by Fassé. And Tverdovsky put it wide with a good rebound attempt. Newman gets it in deep. Tocchet is after it. Stumple trying to clear it out, and he does. With a minute to go in the power play. And shoveled down the ice by Rob Blake.
On that play there, Tverdovsky tried to hit Rick Tocchet coming from the corner. It's what Jim Schoenfeld had talked to about Tocchet, to time your play in front so that you get to the front of the net when the shot comes.
Now Ronnie into Newman, a sharp angle in front. Oh, and a good save on John Slaney by Fassé. They were teammates a couple of years ago, and Slaney had a great chance on the tip-in.
He sure did. He came right down the slot for the save. Very quick. Found the puck and was able to make the save.
Now Courtnall doing some damage in deep. In the deep slot for LaPerriere, back to Courtnall, and he'll play it back to center for Galley with 20 seconds to go. It's Sandy Moger's minor. And ripped in by LaPerriere. And that went off the referee. Ouch. Here comes Carney out of center for McIver. In the slot, Slaney, a good chance again, and a save by Fasay. Moger is back on. And the Kings have killed it off, and here they come to center, but it's off the stick. Seplikov now grabbed by Perreault. Fakes it, goes wide on Carney. Perreault in the slot, a shot by Boucher, never got through. And here come the Coyotes the other way. The 20-year-old Daniel Briere. He'll stop in the corner, looking to center it. And a run to the boards by Bird. Now Shannon trying to work it in front for Phoenix. And Perreault pulls him down. The referee looked right at it and said no. 11:45 to go in the third period as they battle on the boards. And finally shoveled out by Seplikov. And wait around the boards for Didick. Kept in by Stumple for the moment, now tipped away by Phoenix. Right wing feed for Stapleton. He's got good speed and he'll dump it in. And the captain, Rob Blake, he get his 20th of the year today. Stumple looking to make a play, finds a man open. Murray a shot and he put that one high. Again, they're trying for the top corner on Wade. Stapleton the other way. McKenzie, sharp angle right through the goal crease. And out the other side now to Craig Johnson. Up and down action here. Into Stumple. Tried to feather it through. Kept it going with his skates. Now back on the line. Berg a shot, and that was blocked at the defense. And forced to center by the Coyotes. Johnson again into the zone. This pass at Tverdovsky. Pocket with it. Up the middle for Ronnie. Doesn't get it deep. And the Kings set up on their own line. Now O'Donnell's pass. Blocked. Is Vister into the zone to Ronnie. Tried to pass to himself off the boards, but it's knocked away by the Kings.
Good end-to-end action here. Both teams trying to string a winger through the middle of the ice. Defensively, good effort by both squads.
It's still tied at 2.
Both goaltenders, though, very strong this afternoon.
Let's say a 27-year-old from Montreal. Wade grew up in nearby Sherbrooke, Quebec. He's 28, so they grew up playing against each other in the Quebec League. Back on the line, O'Donnell a shot, and that was wide. 9:55 to play in the third in a 2-2 game. Gardner through the middle. Into Roenick. Trying to find Briere. Now gets the puck in deep to Briere. He was canceled by Berg. It came in front. Backhander by Gardner was stopped by a Kings defenseman. It hit O'Donnell and goes out of play.
A nice contrast on this line. The speed of Jeremy Roenick, the experience of Mike Gardner, and the enthusiasm of Daniel Briere. Gardner, though, what a career this guy has had. Member of the 600 club, 600 goals, 600 assists. Under-respected throughout his career for the kind of numbers he's put out, but he's a consistent scorer. 15 straight 30-goal seasons. No other player has done that. Gardner has put a career.
A certain Hall of Famer.
Right here.
9:25 to play in the third. It's 2-2. Kings led 2-0 after 1 on goals from Blake and Murray, but Tverdovsky and Briere scored in the second for Phoenix. Newman knocks it down at his own line. Now McKenna puts it into the corner, but he got it too high. And it goes out of play.
Steve McKenna not taking any chance there. He didn't want to turn over at the blue line. Coming into it a bit here with Shane Doan. McKenna, as you mentioned, 6'8". Out a pair of skates that adds about another 3.5 inches. So quite a menacing figure on the ice. He's played pretty well. Larry Robinson wanting some offense from this line. Sandy Moger last week with 2 big goals in their victory against the Colorado Avalanche on Fox on Saturday afternoon. McKenna, though, adding some size to that line. Ferraro not that big as a centerman, but this is a good mixture. You know, Robinson needs some balance in his scoring. He doesn't want to rely solely on the Stumple line.
Well, on Monday, 9 to play in the third period. Now Didick at his own line for Carney. Trying to get the puck in. The other night against Colorado, Phoenix had a 3-2 lead after the second period, but because of the injuries, had to use a lot of their key players quite a bit and were worn down and surrendered a third period lead for the first time all year. We'll see if that's a factor as this game goes on.
They had an incredible 34-0 streak going going into the third. So it doesn't happen often, but you're right, John. Fatigue does become a factor. When you get tired, your brain isn't working the same way, your body's not reacting the same way, and you start making some mistakes. Against Colorado, they just didn't quite have enough and let Colorado get right back in the game.
Although today Schoenfeld has distributed the ice time very well, Newman had played the most of anybody for Phoenix after 2. He played 18 minutes, so that's about a 27-minute pace, which isn't too bad. The puck in front, stapled and a shot. Now back to the goal, Shannon trying to get to it. And it's taken by Courtnall. The Kings have not had a shot on goal in the last 10 minutes. As Siplikov feeds it in deep for Moreau. Now Siplikov once again on the boards. Looking to center it. Has Courtnall in front, but he can't get it there. And Newman now for Shannon on left wing. And rolled down the ice.
I mentioned the line juggling before with Ferraro and McKenna. Larry Robinson putting Siplikov on the line with Yannick Perreault.
Roenick against LaPerriere. LaPerriere gets it back. A shot. They score!
Just like that, the LA Kings, they win a draw here. Now watch, off of the draw, it's Sean O'Donnell back here. He's going to hesitate for a second and then just fire one. Sandy Moger went to the front of the net. You saw at the end. Watch the quick pass. He goes back to his forehand, makes the shot. Watch Jimmy Waite. I have no idea where that came from. Excellent job by Moger going to the net and creating a screen. Here's a look from above. Doesn't look like it hit Moger. It did hit the right foot of Jimmy Waite and went back in the net. Just like that, a big goal by the Los Angeles Kings.
After a big face-off win by LaPerriere, and O'Donnell gets his second of the year. His only other goal came to February 26th in Chicago when he had his biggest night of his career with a goal and 4 points. And he gets a huge one here to make it 3-2 LA.
LA is going to find themselves forced to kill off another penalty. Referee Paul Dvorsky making a call here on Rob Blake. Now Blake not happy about it at all. Brad Isbister was going to the net. Blake just got in his way. Larry Robinson now looks on. And again, we talk about momentum. We saw the Phoenix Coyotes in the second period score a power play goal and then 29 seconds later score. Right now, Larry Robinson sees a big goal off a faceoff, and now he's got to prepare his troops to kill off another penalty.
Blake for a holding. Phoenix 1-4-4 on the power play. That go-ahead goal again, O'Donnell from LaPerriere at 12:41. It's 3-2 Los Angeles. Ronning gets it for the Coyotes. Up front with Roenick and Tocchet. Into Roenick. Out of the corner. Ronning looking to make a play. Back of the goal, Ronnie. Trying to spin away from Galley. Now Tocchet. Head to the goal crease. And LaPerriere did a good job to knock it away. Tverdovsky in from the left point. Out of the right point for Newman. He's knocked down by LaPerriere. Roenick trying to keep it in. And shoveled down the ice by LaPerriere. What a game he's had today.
He's all over the ice blocking shots. He lost his stick earlier on a penalty kill. Good job of making sure the puck got out.
Worked ahead on the boards and now to center. A minute gone in the Blake minor. 6 to go, third period. The Kings up by 1. And again, fired down the ice, this time by Nordstrom. And the Coyotes set it up in their own zone. They've made some wholesale changes on this power play. Stapleton gets it out and now gets it in. Boucher turns and whacks it off the boards to the neutral zone. Here's McIver. Right back in there. Into the corner for Gardner. He left it. Now in front. Slaney has shot it. He chipped it just wide. Slaney's had about 3 chances in this third period. Shane Doan has to wait for Gardner to clear the zone. He does. Stapleton in front to Slaney. Another chance. And a save by Fassé on that low shot by Slaney. And the puck in front. Bilesman trying to clear it out of trouble. And Nordstrom does.
Fassé very aggressive there, challenging the shooter. Good penalty kill by the Los Angeles Kings.
And they are now back at full strength and have a 1-goal lead. Trying to tie the game in front. Oh, quick shot by McKenzie was wide of the goal. And Perreault will shovel it back down the ice. 4:40 to go in the third. Los Angeles leading 3-2. The go-ahead goal by O'Donnell. 12:41. Kept in by Shannon out of the corner. Shane Doan cycles it back of the goal for Darren Shannon trying to center it. Back on the right point. Diddick put it wide. Now McKenzie back of the goal. In front. Oh, his Fister was open, but Fassé in the last second tipped it away with his goal stick.
Fassé is very aggressive again. Got his blocker in the way and then knocked it away with the stick. Great save by Fassé.
Here comes Shane Doan for the Coyotes, trying to get around Rob Blake. He has none of that, but then Doan knocked him down. Good strength there by Doan. The puck back of the goal now for Ronnie. In front of the goal, through the goal crease. Now Gardner turns and band on it. And the puck lifted out by Ferrara with 3:40 to go. Tverdovsky down the boards, a quick shot, and a save by Fassé with his right pass. And worked up the middle, back to center.
The Kings back on their heels right now. Phoenix getting the puck in deep, putting it at the net, and taking the body heavily on the Los Angeles Kings.
Here's Gardner with it, pounded by Blake. And Gardner has lost his stick. And the Kings Nordstrom will ice it. And we'll get a break in the action. 3:06 to go. LA's up by 1. Put it to Fassé. 3:05 to go. Los Angeles with a 3-2 lead. The Kings trying to break a 2-game losing streak. Phoenix has won only twice in its last 14 games. And they are banged up with injuries and have a rugged schedule.
This is a time of the game when you would really miss the presence of Craig Janney and Keith Tkachuk. They would be playing a lot here. There's only 2:35 left. So Jim Schoenfeld has to shuffle his deck a little bit and get other bodies out there, try to create some goals.
Here's a chance in front. Oh, and Roenick nearly stuffed it in. Stumple goes up the right wing side over the stick of Murray. And Carney sweeps it back in his own zone for McIver. Now to Tocchet. Carney gets it with 2:10 to go in the third. McIver up the middle. Now brought on by Tverdovsky with some speed. Trying to get a shot, he can't. And the puck around the far side and now to center for Perreault. In with Courtnall, the Courtnall tipped in on goal. And a save by Waite. As Courtnall raced in with his great speed. And the Coyotes the other way is Bister. He's alone, 1-on-2, and Boucher took him to the corner, but he held him up. And a holding call on Boucher.
Well, Mattias Nordstrom is pleading his case, but without a doubt, Boucher got a little over-aggressive. He had the play on this Bister, but continued to get the arm in there and take him to the boards. Now, defensemen, they get taught to finish your check to the boards, but in this case, you know that the ref is waiting for something. Watch, Isbister goes wide. Here's the reason, though. Look at the arm. Across the front of the chest, he continues down, and that's a good call. A tough one for the Kings to face, but a good opportunity now for the Phoenix Coyotes with just 1:38 All of a sudden, John the Kings going to have to rely on their penalty kill to salt this one away.
On that play, it was a 1-on-2 break. I'm not sure if Boucher knew that because he had help in front.
You asked that man right there, Larry Robinson, he's dealt with that as a defenseman a lot of times, and you do have to read the situation. Boucher was far too aggressive on the play. He didn't need to take him all the way to the boards, and all of a sudden, an overzealous play by a defenseman puts the Kings in a little bit of a jackpot. This is a key penalty kill for Los Angeles.
With 1:38 to go, Phoenix 1 for 5 on the power play. Wade is still in goal, but he will be lifted for an extra attacker. Coyotes down the goal. O'Donnell, a good play to go up the middle. And Stumple kills some time for the Kings. And some more time. And ripped down the ice.
Nice play by Stumple, who killed off an extra 15 seconds by taking it back and then forcing Phoenix to come all the way.
Now Wade heads off for the extra man. It's now a 6-on-4 advantage here. The net is empty. Karadowski trying to keep it in. Bilesman gets it out. A minute to go in the third period. Los Angeles up by 1. Ronning with it. Poked away from Karadowski. And the Coyotes have to clear the zone. Now they do. And Ronning will dish it back in behind the goal. Nordstrom gets it. And around on the wing, Newman and kept it in. Puts it wide. Pocket now for Roenick. Left point, Karadowski, a shot, and that was blocked in front. Newman kept it in. 30 to go. It comes in front. Empty net. Bilesman tried for the empty net and missed by 5 feet.
That's a key play there, too. Because Los Angeles is shorthanded, they're able to ice the puck. They have no goaltender in there. It's a big break.
Here come the Coyotes again. 15 seconds. Roenick a pass in front off a skate. Ronning a shot. Save, Mark the save, and Doan put the rebound high on the glass. 5 to go.